So Dr. Phil, when you decided to make your statement that, what is it, Patrick?
That 100 out of 100 times, those that try to be a caregiver and lover were going to fail.
Yeah, did you realize that there was going to be a backlash against that shit and that there was going to be a trending hashtag? Hashtag 100 out of 100. Whoa. Here we go. Dr. Phil's about to get canceled.
The cane. Why the cane?
It's like it's got magical powers, you know? Boom!
It's gonna try to kill us.
Boom! It's got magical powers. Boom! So, yeah, there is a backlash in the, the disabled community about a statement that Dr. Phil said. So, hi, if you're new, you probably found me because of this little uproar. I'm Desert Mermaid. My name is Keisha. I live with chronic pain, and my channel is basically about my life with chronic pain and how it changed my life. So little about me, I was disabled because of an accident. So my disability is not something I was born with. I have sacroiliitis. I have both my SI joints are messed up from a slip and fall accident I had about 7-ish years ago.
Something like that,
yeah. Yeah. Brain fog. Like, I live with chronic pain. I take pain meds. I can't remember stuff. But anyway, so hello. So if you're into that kind of thing, hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up because you're wicked awesome and we love you. So hi. Yeah, my meds have kicked in. So anyway, Dr. Phil made this statement on a show, and I found out about this because there's this couple I follow. God, why is it I can't remember their name? And even when I was telling him about the channel, we just watched it. Hannah and Shane. Shane's his name. I remember him when I got disabled. I started watching a lot of YouTube, and I remember finding him through Laughing at My Nightmare. And I remember watching some of his video. It was actually, at the time, I was really down, and seeing someone who was disabled, like, you know, just like, hey, you know, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's just one part of your life. You can still have a good life despite all this, you know. And for someone who, like, I got disabled at 23. And we were actually, a little about us, because this is about couples, and this statement Dr. Phil made about couples.
A little about us.
Yeah, we started dating when, before I got in the slip and fall accident. So, it was something we dealt with together when I got injured, and we kind of went through that whole change together.
Right. Yeah.
So, but Shane, I believe, he was born that way, but anyway, so I found it through their channel, and I'll link it below. They're actually really, I like watching them. They're really fun and stuff, but anyways.
They have a good chemistry together.
Yeah, and they're funny, so entertaining. And for someone like me, who I watch a lot of YouTube because I'm disabled at home, and I deal with the chronic pain, so a lot of my daily activities, like today, you see me glammed up. I do this about maybe once a week. Twice if I'm lucky. Most of the week I am at home. Bad days I sleep all day in bed. If I'm lucky, I make it out to the couch and I can do some editing on the computer and watch a live stream, and that's about it. That's all I can do. I have to have help doing laundry. I can get in the shower by myself, thank goodness. There have been some times where I needed help because of, I used to deal with reoccurring pancreatitis, and that would just zap the energy out of me, and I would be so sick, and then I would need help. But I have adaptive equipment to help me, but I, like, making food right now, I can't do like, I can kind of cook for myself, but a lot of the times, like 80% of the time, I have to have some help, or it has to be, like, in the microwave quick. And I can't financially support myself either. So Dr. Phil made this comment about how couples where one person is disabled and one person is not, and the disabled person needs some caregiving, that you can't be both a caregiver and a lover. Like, the relationship aspect, if you have to do any kind of caregiving for the other individual, that it's not going to work out.
He says 100 out of 100 times it's going to fail.
It's going to fail. Hence the trending hashtag.
As soon as I heard about this, which you're the one that introduced this topic to me, but whether or not somebody is a caregiver and a lover, that action doesn't depict whether you're going to succeed or fail.
No.
What determines that is the particular individuals, both caregivers and or those that need caregiving, on whether or not it's going to work. People that meet and somebody's already disabled, if it was never going to work, their disability will probably stop them from being together, because it was never going to work anyways. People that meet and then somebody gets disabled one way or another after they're already together, if they were never going to work or they're not the right people for each other, that disability caregiver relationship is just going to highlight those things in their relationship that were already not working.
Right.
And so the act doesn't determine success or failure. The individuals involved do. And if you love each other and you want the relationship to work, it doesn't matter if somebody has to help take care of the other one.
We watched some clips from the show, and it seems like the couple, and I don't know them, but
we'll link them below.
But no, we're not going to link Dr. Phil after this below. But yeah. So yeah, the Dr. Phil couple. They have a lot of other issues going on.
Clearly, they're just not nice people.
Right. I think they have some communication issues.
Definitely.
Maybe, I don't know, I think, here's the thing, like, I think that if it wasn't the disability, like, it would have been something else. Like,
anything else. Yeah.
The other thing, too, we didn't talk, technically, I guess we are... you're disabled technically.
Technically, because I have blindness in my left eye.
Right. Patrick was in a car accident when he was 17. You want to go through? Yeah.
So, yeah, I was in a car accident when I was 17, and fortunately I was the only one involved, but I fell asleep at the wheel and I drifted up into the center median of a road. And so part of the accident, I lost vision in my left eye. I mean, I'm really fortunate.
It got punctured. He has a prosthetic.
Yeah, my left eye is
what I'm getting at here. He was in the hospital
for like a month.
He wasn't supposed to make it. Yeah, it was a whole deal. We weren't dating at the time. I don't know.
I was still in high school.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. When we started dating, I liked him. I didn't think about him having a prosthetic eye.
It really wasn't a part of my life.
And nowadays, when sometimes he'll tell me something about, like, oh yeah, the wind was blowing today. Like, we went and took pictures for Instagram.
Right.
Instagram below. Go follow me. And he was telling me that the wind was bothering the eye.
It'll dry it out and make it itchy.
Right, because it's a prosthetic.
Right.
And I told him, sometimes I forget that you only have one eye. I don't remember it because I'm not dating your prosthetic eye. I'm not dating you for the way you look or the way you function.
You wouldn't like a prosthetic eye. He's kind of a dick.
Exactly for that. Right. I am dating you for you.
Right.
I'm not dating you for the way you look. I'm dating you because, you make me laugh. We get along. You're my best friend.
Right.
Like, I like doing things with you. Like, that's why we're dating. Like, I don't think about those challenges as challenges. They're just it's just a life thing that happens to us that we have to go through. Like, we've been through quite a bit other than just her
disability, and there's
been a number of things. I've shared them kind of on my vlogs and stuff. I don't want to get into it, and we've just looked at them as life things that we have to deal with together.
And we choose to go through those things together.
Right.
Ups and downs.
And I feel like that's kind of what is a common denominator when it comes to just any relationship. Is what I think my point is.
It works and doesn't work. Like, if it's going to work, you've got two people that choose to go through ups and downs together. In any relationship.
Right. And from what I understand, Dr. Phil, I think he's married.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
He's married, and his wife doesn't have any disabilities or anything from what I remember.
I don't believe so.
And I don't know if she's had any illnesses, but maybe he just doesn't understand because he's never had to go through it in a relationship. And from his point of view, he thinks, shit, if, like, my wife and I had to help bathe her and, like, change out a catheter and, you know, help her in and out of bed and get dressed, like, that would be mentally draining for me, and then I couldn't think of having anything romantic with her later.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's thinking, but when you go through it, it's totally different.
It totally is.
And if you really love that person, it's not going to be something you think about at all.
I just thought of something that I think highlights how ridiculous his comments really are. So, if you believe, or, you know, if what Dr. Phil is saying is accurate, which we don't believe it is at all, that and somebody becomes disabled in one way or another while their relationship is going on, and they need constant caregiving, and you can't afford to bring in a caregiver, you either have to break up with that person and continue to be only their caregiver. But if you don't want to be their caregiver, you just have to leave the relationship because, well, they need help and you're not allowed to give it to them and be in a relationship with them, and yet you can't afford to give them caregiving.
I'm sorry, but, like...
That is ridiculous.
I know some people believe that most people are like that, but I have never really... I've met people like that, and the people that are in your life that matter, it's not a problem for them.
Right.
Like, Personally, I have had people that were in my life before I was disabled that are not in my life anymore. Probably because I'm disabled. So the people, they'll be gone. Like they won't stick around.
Another message I'd like to give,
and they never mattered anyways. They didn't matter. Like,
another message I'd like to give to everybody who's watching this is, oftentimes, and not to say that everybody who's disabled feels like a burden, but oftentimes individuals that have disabilities feel burdened.
I've talked about that on my channel.
I just want to reassure all of you that are watching this is, to those people in your life that you matter to, as much as you may feel like a burden to them, you're certainly not. They're there helping you willingly and they love you. You're not a burden despite how you may feel.
Right, that's important, and I think that's the damaging part of what Dr. Phil's statement said.
Exactly, yeah.
Is those people who are already feeling that way, hearing that is going to make them feel a million times worse. Because I've talked about this on my channel about, I feel like a burden to my family, but we've had nights where I stay up crying because I feel so guilty about my life and what has happened. And he reassures me that that's not the case. Don't worry about it. I know you feel that way, but that's not how I feel.
Yeah, I don't feel
I love you and I'm with you for you.
Right.
So, I think that's... I love you. I think that's...
kind of all there is to say.
Yeah, that's kind of just the point, you know?
Right.
That people are not together because of it's about love.
Yeah.
And if you love the person, you're not even going to think about those things. Really? Unless you're Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I think we should end on that note. Right. I think we got the point, and I think as we're seeing on social media by all these beautiful couples posting that this is not the case.
Right, no.
Most people do not feel this way, the way Dr. Phil feels. And so maybe Dr. Phil will think about what he said and maybe he'll retract it. I don't know.
One can hope.
One can hope. Maybe he can learn to, I don't know, like self-reflect and like be mindful and maybe think about what he has told his guests.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, on that note, we're gonna go. My back's starting to hurt, so yeah, as always, I'm sending all the lovers and the haters lots of happy mermaid vibes, my brain fog, and all my love, because as we know, like, you know, like I usually say, like, maybe if the haters were more like lovers and they were loved, they would be less like shitheads, like Dr. Phil.
Like, totally.
I'll see you in my next desert mermaid adventure. Bye, you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.